what do you mean by synthetic curve and all, which is of higher order equations and much more smooth curves, which are free form generally. Okay, in most of the cases, all these synthetic curves are free form in nature, which means whose shape is not fixed. You can alter the shape of the those curves by changing some of the values or some of the points. You can change the shape of the curve so smoothly. Okay, and all these things are already discussed, right? So I'm just moving forward as I told you before. So synthetic curves, there are four varieties of synthetic curves. If someone asks you to uh, just talk about synthetic curves, you can talk about first one, the Hermite cubic spline, okay, Bezier curve, B-spline, and NURBS. Of course, we may not discuss in detail about all the four curves, but I try my level best to discuss about the first two with a more number of examples. And if time permits, then we can discuss about B-spline and NURBS also. Okay. But if you can learn the first two parts, then third and fourth also you can easily understand. Why? Because all are of the parametric form. So once you are familiar with the first two, then you can somewhat be okay with the rest two also. Okay, and so I hope you can remember these terms: Hermite cubic spline, Bezier curve, B-spline, NURBS. NURBS means non-uniform rational B-spline. So far you would have heard only about a spline, the word spline. So just by picking, just by picking a couple of points, in AutoCAD, you would have created a smooth curve on AutoCAD, and which is passing through all the points, which are also called as control points. Why? Because these points only control the shape of the curve, and the entire curve is a single object. Each and every control point, by dragging each and every control point, the corresponding shape of the curve can also be altered. Okay, the curve shape also can be altered. So it is that is how you probably learned how a spline would look like. But forms of a also, out of which Hermite cubic spline, which is one of the very uh, useful and famous curve. Why? Because of its own advantages. Okay, Hermite cubic spline basically, the name itself is saying like a cubic, right? Cubic. So the order of the degree, the highest degree of the equation would be 3. Okay, we will talk about all these things, but as of now, if you try to remember all these four names, okay, Hermite, these properties and all by equations, all those things we will discuss. It takes some time for us, at least two sessions, right? So as of now, remember these words. And now coming to the characteristics of the synthetic curve, which is also very important question. Many times it came asking like explain various characteristics of synthetic curves. So these are the general characteristics. So every synthetic curve do have control points, which control each and every control point can uh, uh, affect the shape. Again, how much each control point can affect that is different, that may be different. Okay, so that is called local and global control. What do you mean by local control? For example, if I am changing, if I after generating the spline, one of the point I just selected with the help of the mouse and then dragged it to another position. By doing that, if the curve shape is only affected within within that particular zone, which means the segment for that control point. So only that portion, only some portion of the entire curve alone, if it is affecting, okay, the moment if it is affecting only some portion of the curve rather than the entire curve, that is called local control. That is called local control. Okay, but if a point, if it is affecting not only that segment but also much more, in certain cases the entire curve shape also, if it is affecting, like by moving that, the curve shape may be like this and it may be like this. So if it is affecting the entire shape of the curve, then you call it as a global control. All such kind of things are possible only in case of a synthetic curve. So how do we attain local control and global control? It's a different story, which you can understand only in the subsequent slides. But as of now, try to understand the characteristics of the synthetic curve. So control points, every synthetic curve you can play with the control points, and then synthetic curves are axis. What will be the kind of parametric is moving to different variants of coordinate systems, right? So you can play with the coordinate systems also without actually changing the shape of the synthetic curve. You can play with the axis system also. So axis independent, it is axis independent. Okay, and it is very flexible. As I told you, you are able to change the shape. This flexibility helps us a lot, flexible, because of the flexibility only. The most of the designers like to go for the synthetic curves for many varieties of requirements, like car dashboards, outer surfaces, or aeroplane bodies. All are different. You cannot get such kind of surfaces by using analytical curves. Only you have to go for the synthetic curves. Okay, so it has a lot of flexibility also, and order of continuity. This is also another key factor. You can play with the continuity also, order of the continuity. What do you mean by continuity is another question which you will understand. What do you mean by continuity? Okay, if you look at continuity, look at this particular slide. So curve generation and continuity, this explains you better. First of all, there are two varieties of synthetic curves again. One synthetic curve, this is another category. Okay, synthetic curves can also be categorized in this way. One type of synthetic curve, one category of synthetic curves are interpolation curves. Another type are approximation based. Okay, one category is interpolation based, the other variety is approximation based. What do you mean by interpolation? It is from the pictures you can easily understand. So interpolation means the overall final curve, final synthetic curve, it passes through each and every control point. Look at the curve here. The overall curve is it never misses any control point. Just like how you are creating the spline in AutoCAD, it is passing through each and every control point, right? So that is nothing but such kind of spline is based on interpolation. Whereas some other synthetic curves are there, it takes average, tries to calculate average distances and so many other things it takes care of, and finally it generates another much smoother curve as an approximation, following the approximation. This is another category of synthetic curves. For example, in here, the Hermite cubic spline, it is interpolation based, which means the curve passes through each and every point, whereas remaining Bezier curve, B-spline, nerves, all these three come under approximation, which means only they pass through the first and the end point, but the remaining points it may or may not. Okay, but each and every control point, it has its own effect on the shape of the overall shape of the curve. Okay, So this is another category on the synthetic curves itself. Now coming to if you try to understand the meaning of continuity, look at here. Let us say there is a point here, there is another point here, there is another point. You just picked some of the points like this, and here we are trying to understand about interpolation. Okay, in the interpolation itself, what do you mean by continuity? That's what we are trying to understand. So this is one part or one segment of the overall curve. This is another segment of the same curve. So if the end point of the first segment is same as second segment, which are intersecting, okay, they are not separated, all the segments are just connected. Okay, in order to get this, you call it as a zero continuity. Okay, zero order continuity means, okay, this may be having its own equation, this segment may be having its own equation, okay, depending upon the type of synthetic curve. So in order to first of all have a continuity between this curve and this curve, you must maintain zero order continuity. What do you mean by zero order continuity and all? We will you will understand in the subsequent slides. So zero order continuity means all the curve segments are just connected. They are just connected. Okay, but can we feel any smoothness in this curve? No. The curve, the overall curve is not at all smooth. They are just connected. So if you want to have much smoother curve or much better shapes of the curve, then you go for the next continuity orders. So if you go with the first order continuity, which is also called as C1 curve. C0 curve means it would be like this. C1 curve means C1 curve means not only the first segment and second segment as well as the third segment, they are connected, but also their tangents are the segments. For example, first and second segment, they do have a common tangent at their common point. They have, for example, the common point between these two segments is this point. So whatever is the tangent vector of this point at this point based on this curve equation is same as the tangent vector at the same point, which means u minimum is equal to 0 for segment 2. U is equal to 0, whereas for segment 1 u is equal to 1. Why? Because this is the end point. For end point, u value would be 1 or the maximum value. For the starting point, u would be the minimum or 0 value, right? So they not only connect but also follow a common tangent. Here common tangent means what? So so the curve is like this. So at this point the tangent may be like this. So for the second segment also, if you calculate the tangent, then at the beginning of the second segment, then that tangent also in the same direction with the same magnitude. So in that case, if you apply this condition or over the C0 continuity, then the curve will not be like this. Why? Because here there is no smoothness at all. The tangent of the first segment is going in this way, whereas the second for the second segment the tangent is going in this direction. So the tangents are totally different. So that's why there is no smoothness at all. But if you apply C1 continuity, then the curve shapes would be somewhat smoother like this. Similarly, if you consider this as the third point, this as the another intersecting point between the second segment and third segment, at this point also, you know, the whatever is the tangent at this point will also be the same tangent for the third segment as well. So how do we get this first order continuity of C1 curve? We will discuss the corresponding mathematics. Okay, and similarly even still, this continuity also is not sufficient for some of the designers and who require much higher continuity, higher order continuity. So in that case, you need to go for the second order continuity. It's also called as C2 curve. If the curve satisfies the second order continuity, then that curve is called as C2 curve. So in that case, not only have the common tangent, but their centers of curvature is also same. What do you mean by that? For example, I am drawing a small circle, I am drawing a big circle, okay, and both the circles are having a common point. They are touching each other. So if you look at this, if you consider this as one curve, this as another curve, this as another curve of the bigger circle, at the common point, if you try to understand the tangent may be the same, the tangent direction may be the same, okay, even for the bigger circle also the tangent may be the same, but the center of curvature is small for the small, whereas the radius of curvature for the bigger arc of the bigger circle is something different. So here the radius of curvatures are different. So even though the tangents may be different, same, but radius of curvatures are different. So if you maintain radius of curvature also in the same for both the segments, then you get a next order continuity called C2 curve. So not only the tangents are same, but center of curvature or the radius of the curvature for the first segment at this point is same as radius of curvature of the second segment at the same point. So that is C2 curve. Okay, so this curve is much smoother compared to the previous two curves, and more than the second order continuity, people generally don't go for a third order or fourth order unless otherwise a very particular requirement is there, like curves related to camshafts or some other turbine blades. Very few applications are there which do require much higher order continuity as well, but otherwise in general second order continuity would be more than sufficient. And in order as second order continuity is sufficient for you, that is the reason people go for the cubic equations. Why? Because cubic equations are sufficient enough to make use of the second order continuity also. Even if you go for much higher order polynomials like x to the power of 4 or x to the power of 5, still the number of coefficients would be much higher, and which is difficult for you to solve the equation also. So that is the reason people generally go with the cubic equation, which can include all these continuity forms. Okay, you can follow zero order, you can follow first order, second order also using cubic equation. Cubic equation is the least order which can avail this continuity, all these three continuities. Okay. Now we will try to understand what do you mean by zero order, say first order, third order, all these things by considering one of the cubic equation. Okay.